Well, I thought the minutes were great. I think we all commented, so
Yeah,
motion to approve?
so moved.
Okay, thank you, Ashley.
No
Another
problem.
good piece of writing.
For
So
the
on
sake
to,
of, for the sake of, well, on to talking about the London tour, but for the sake of the minutes, I'd like to reiterate, or for the recording, reiterate, Judy, what you and I were saying before we officially convened, which is, Ashley, you did a phenomenal job of writing what you did for the tour.
yes, it's extraordinary and hugely helpful and I think just the right spirit of things.
Thank you. I mean, we've talked a lot about it, so I was trying to blend all of the comments with what we had. So I'm glad that um, everyone's happy with it. I do think there's still a little bit more work um, to kind of unify the tour stops and provide some directional instruction, like within the script. Um, and while I have a space for town hall, I don't have a write up for the town hall yet, since
And that's
that's
my
that's a
fault because I left it off the spreadsheet, so that we
yeah.
were.
And well, I'm glad you noticed because I hadn't.
Well, I was kind of going from the post office to the stockade, and Ashley sent out a request for organization, and so I sent her. I said, "Well, if you're going to start with the milk bottle, I think you should go up the east side of the street and back down the west side
That
and
makes
cross
sense.
the church." And so I'm going from the post office to the stockade, and I went, "Whoops!"
Yeah.
There's this hole there.
Significant historical building. We're just gonna have everybody walk right past. I will say I really like the order and the idea of the loop because I was looking back and I like the last line at it ends in the cemetery, and the last line is encouraging people to walk around and look for the names that were mentioned.
Yeah,
Like during the tour, I was like, oh, that's like a perfect like
yeah,
end
closure.
to it. So I was very pleased with how that flowed.
And I didn't know if you wanted or if it clutters things, but um, there are people links across the buildings. For instance, there's a paragraph in the Samuel Leisure House. There's a paragraph about Simon Smikes, who was a great town character. Well, he was the farmhand for my grandfather forever. Um, and and he was so strong he could do so much. My grandfather being Howard Wade, um, he could do. Well, there's stories about that too. There was an absolute ban on smoking on Howard Waite's farm, but Simon spent his every time I can remember seeing him, he had his t-shirt sleeve rolled up with a package of cigarettes in it, and he'd get out in the field and he'd smoke away. Grandpa never. But one time somebody else applied for a job and asked how much he'd be paid, and he said, I'd like to be paid what Simon gets." And my grandfather said, "Well, if you can do the same workload that Simon does, I'll pay you the same thing." He said, "Sure, I can." So 2 days later, he said, "No, I can't keep up. No way." But anyway, or John Lane, who did the cemetery, was the one who designed the raising of the church from 1 story to two, and who also did the raising of town hall from 1 story to two. So there are, and Herbert Root ran the general store at the Whately Inn. and you talk about the family affair, but and I'll get you these note corrections, but
Hmm.
the reason the general store closed at the Whately Inn wasn't because the inn kicked them out. It was because Herbert Root was dying or extremely ill.
Mm.
So, so he wasn't involved with the store at the post office, but it was his sister and his wife who were. So there's that link too. And they're interesting, but they clutter. So that's something to think about.
Well, I think if you
Don't
want
need to.
to, if you want to send me some of that
Yeah,
information, we can we can see if it makes sense, if we can work it in. Some of the write-ups are shorter than others, and I think we could work it in okay. I did add, based on the information that you sent about the yellow barn, um, I ended up adding a paragraph just to provide a little bit of context
we
about the tobacco
yeah we could keep
history.
that just the tobacco barn and skip the others if people wanted to do that. I have a hard,
We could.
I'm so biased because all my relatives were involved with this stuff. It's I don't want to make decisions like that, but that's an option too. And and when you get to the town hall, the PowerPoint that I if I didn't send you the PowerPoint I did on town hall history,
I don't have it,
okay,
no, but do send it so I can have a
yeah, it's like yeah, um,
kind of a, or like I actually wrote a brief history of the town hall for the Watermelon Wednesday website like ages ago. But it's not appropriate for
yeah,
this. So I need
yeah.
some more detail.
No, I've got stuff, but both town hall and the church started out as one-story buildings, and they were designed by the same architect because
Hmm.
neither they had Isaac Damon, who was a very famous or the institutional architect in this part of the world then, and he's the one who designed the house that historic Northampton is in. We lived there,
Hmm.
but he was too expensive, so they shared the elevations. They split the cost, and the church and the town hall were designed from the same elevation. And this is in the PowerPoint, and there's a picture of them, and you can see how similar they are when you actually look. But they both started as one-story buildings and were raised up, which is interesting. The town hall was first, and they did it to have office space and well, no, maybe it was the other way. I don't remember which came first, but anyway, even the rate change, both have double staircases in the front, and both have um, the same structure. And anyway, it's kind of interesting.
I think we could definitely, I can just looking at least what the write-up for the church, I can definitely see where we can put some of that detail
Yeah,
in. I
yeah.
think it would really would add something to it.
So anyway, um, I had one comment. I again a question that I would be curious about people's opinion. I thought the stockade was interesting. I had a couple of suggestions there. The ending is fabulous. It ends talking about the brave settlers, and I thought it's very true, factually true, and it's a wonderful way to end that. But I thought it kind of implies satisfaction with the fact that the Indians weren't there anymore.
Yeah,
And
I
I
can
did,
see that.
I mean, it doesn't say that, and there's no reference to Indians in the, and so I wondered if it might be possible to say something like, and it's a serves as a reminder that these people weren't the first settlers in the area or something like that. I don't know, or just if somebody has an idea, but I think somehow
I'm gonna review it.
just think about that. And I don't think, and I have to go back and reread you. You've obviously worked with the history. I don't think the anybody except kids ever stayed there overnight, um, because there was never an Indian alert. The parents stayed out in their homes so they could work the fields, and the kids stayed there with the animals. So the animals were always protected and didn't have to be rounded up.
It does say that it was the children who stayed behind
Yeah,
to feed and milk the animals.
kind of imply again, it doesn't say the adults weren't there, but it kind of implies they went out they risked going out. There's some phrase there, but I'll work on that.
Okay.
Uh, I wondered one thing that isn't mentioned either there or in the introduction, which is great. The introduction is fantastic, is the fact that the town common was on either side of the road originally, and that's where people graze their animals. And so
And
they would have just turned the animals out from the stockade and had them graze on the common. But also when you're picturing the road from the milk bottle, it would be a dirt road running along with these wide um, grassy expanses on either side where animals are grazing. And I'm not sure. I don't. It's. I think it's worth mentioning. I'm not sure where, or if twice or once or anyway. But the town land goes as far, at least as far as the sidewalks. It's very, very wide. I think it's 50 rods. The number is somewhere, I can find it. Um, and that was because we had a long split town common on either side of the road. And so just, so those are and I made a couple edits. I can make a couple more, but
absolutely, please do. I'm writing down what you were just saying because I think I can work that into the introduction track at
yeah,
least when we're telling people to look down the street and kind
yeah,
of peel back the modern environment. I think we can
yeah,
illustrate that there for them.
I thought so. So I owe you the PowerPoint and anything else about town hall. And
And any color, any additional color that you think could enhance um
the information about the links across buildings.
yeah.
I I changed the part about the post office. When I gave the talk, people did park parallel to the post office, but the parking lot's been redone since then, and they don't anymore.
That is true. I guess I have to revise that.
I
Yeah,
just
well,
I
first
just
Clearly,
one
I
was
only went with my source material. I'm like, I'm not using my brain at all.
Well,
I go
I
with what
stuck
I've
some
got.
edits online, I think. I don't know if they stayed or not, so,
When I look at the document, I see some color coding.
yeah. I,
I
I
don't
put
know if
mine
that's.
in shaded in yellow. This,
Yeah, that was you revised that.
and I revised the Herbert Root reference, some of the people stuff
Yep.
there too. Um, anyway, I congratulations. I think it's just wonderful.
Thank you.
So we have to start thinking about next steps. I mean, we'll obviously keep working on this for a while. Oh, on the directional stuff, I think we also should have, I hate to do it, but a, a warning thing or a admonition to stay on sidewalks and not intrude on people's lawns.
Hmm.
I started thinking about how we tell the landowner, the property owners that we're doing this, and I thought we have to we have to be careful that people do that.
With that.
Yeah, I'm also thinking one thing that I didn't put in here when this goes on to the hosting site, we'll need a little blurb that describes it. And I think that would be important information in that blurb.
Yeah,
Um, so I'm going to add an additional tab
good.
um, for
Mhm.
the,
Do we need to indicate where parking can be found? Yeah,
I think that's pretty obvious when you
yeah.
drive into town. So I don't think we need to, but I'm going to
And
But
add
in
it.
that,
most 99% of people who come will have been to town already.
yeah. And I think in that blurb, separate from the document, we should tell them that it starts at the milk bottle.
Yep. But also, as you turn into town, that's such a visual thing.
Yeah,
So you might drive past and park elsewhere, but it starts there and you're
yeah.
gonna pretty much see it if you're coming from that direction anyway.
Yeah, yeah, if people are coming from that way, but just so that they know, and we might even have to say, at the intersection of Christian Lane and just a thing. I can't imagine we're gonna have people coming who don't know the town, but we can hope.
Who knows?
Well, there are people who are road icon aficionados who seek out things like the milk bottle or uh,
Now we have to hope whatever is done with the center school doesn't involve moving the milk bottle.
no, it won't. It
Is
won't.
there an update on what's going on at the center school? Just out of curiosity.
Um, we have, I think, we've sent out requests for information to a whole variety of organizations, asking if they're interested, asking them if they are interested in partnering, or if anybody in their group or organization is interested in partnering, like Franklin County Chamber of Commerce. Do you know anyone who is interested in expanding their office space or wants more child child care satellite or something like that. The those responses were due July 6th. We didn't get our act together and get follow-up available in time, so that's been extended to the 31st. And we've finalized the farmer survey. We have the list of Whately farms to contact, or the farms that do edible things. CISA is putting a link to the survey in their local hero newsletter, and they said that they would send us email contacts for their local hero food producers. And Caroline, the community director assistant, is working with them and the Ag Commission. The Ag Commission will do a follow-up on the farm survey. So we're collecting information, I guess is the way to put it now. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. So
I know of some folks that might be interested in a preschool space. If that is of interest to that group, I'm happy to.
I can send the request. I'll forward you the request for
Okay.
or the link.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it would work or not, but I would just, you never know.
Good. Well, that's the kind of thing. I spent some time with the community action person up in Greenfield, the local coordinator, and she said, "Well, this is a small world, or these are small towns. Everything happens word of mouth." So she got all excited, and she was going to contact her boss and several people there and see what they could turn up. And she was going to mention it to the Franklin County Resource Center. And I got all enthusiastic just talking to her. Everybody else I had to leave voicemails. I adopted we each had 5 organizations to follow up, and I developed a rule: after you get voicemail for the 3rd time, you can leave a message.
Yes.
This person is not going to talk to you. So after I think we have to start thinking about where we go from here on the walk. At some point, I think we need to brief the select board, and I didn't. I think we're approaching that point now, and letting them know our plans, and that it will involve stops outside people's homes. There are actually not that many.
I was going to say there aren't that many homes,
There aren't
really.
many homes, and I mean, with the Smike's house, Spike's house is home to people, but it's not a private, it's town owned. I don't think there'd be a problem there.
That actually, sorry, brought something up for me, Judy, and that is I actually need addresses for each of these stops.
Okay, weren't
Um,
they on the spreadsheet?
some That's a good question. Were they?
A lot of them were.
me go back and look.
Probably not for the public buildings, but I think the private ones were.
Would it be on the walking tour votes?
Yeah. No.
No, it's just the names.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. Addresses.
yeah.
That one is easy. Says she before she tries to compile them.
I'm like, yeah.
No, there's a list on the.
I'm like, some of them are easy, like the post office and the Whately Inn and the church.
Yeah. Um. Well, I know where to find it, and I'll get it to you. But
Okay.
there's a data sheet on the National Register form that has all that,
Okay.
except for the yellow barn, the tobacco barn.
But we could use the
No, there isn't.
house address. There's a house that's there,
There
right?
is an address for the tobacco barn, but it's different than the data sheet because that lot was split off after the National Register designation was awarded. So, but that's not a problem. So, okay, we'll keep coming up with things, I'm sure. So, do you think it's time to go talk to this select board or not?
Not sure we're quite there yet because they're gonna have questions, I would imagine, on production aspects that we haven't
Okay.
resolved yet.
Um,
I think we're getting close,
yeah,
but just trying to think what they're going to ask of us.
makes sense. You can argue it either way. You don't want to go too far and have them hear it, start thinking, well, they know it exists because they sat in on the finance committee meeting, so they know we're working on it.
Right.
So, except for Brad um, being, but so
We also should be prepared with timing, right, when we talk to them.
yeah, yeah.
This is gonna launch.
I so the production details. I emailed George Colt. I don't. I hadn't. I'm personally no idea how we find a reader, but he and Ann Fadiman each have audio books, and I thought he might have some advice from that process. I suspect it was the publisher who arranged that, but um, he he has they have some experience with readers. Um, I haven't heard back, and I thought I might email Jonathan at FCAT
That's a good idea.
and just see, tell him he's the only media professional I know, which is, but anyway, he might have some thoughts too.
Like GCC does have a theater program, so they may also have
Well, that's a thought.
um
We
but I
could
know
hold.
it's summer, so I don't know like
Well, we probably won't be ready. I mean, we could make contact anyway with somebody,
that's
probably.
true. Like I don't know like I don't know any of the instructors, but I know some folks that teach there, so I probably could figure that out.
Well, I can try and reach out to the head of the theater department, and we can tackle it from two couple directions. UMass must have something too.
Oh, I'm sure. But I think, I mean, to me, it feels like this would be a great class, like project to hand to somebody
Yeah,
as like a learning opportunity. So I don't know,
Mhm.
even at a high
Well,
school.
yeah, excellent idea. And I think when I talked to Jonathan, well, also the GCC might have a place to tape it, but Jonathan would probably have the equipment, or
Hmm.
Paul Newland might know somebody with the music studio.
oh, what about, yeah, Paul would know. Why am I drawing a blank on that? There was a music production company out of Whately at one point. I thought they
Oh,
relocated.
Signature Sounds.
Yeah,
What's his name?
yeah,
He
I'm
lives
drawing a
in, he
blank.
lives in Whately. Yes. Um,
Yeah, they're part of the like Parlor Room collective now, right?
well,
Signature Sounds
he
is.
founded the Parlor Room, but I think he's no longer involved. What's his name? Jim. Jim. Yeah. He can probably probably knows somebody with a good reading voice too. Yeah, he ran Signature Sounds out of his basement for years in West.
Right, right.
Yeah, Jim Olson, right? Jim Olson. Yeah,
That I don't remember.
yes, I'm pretty sure. And Paul Newland has his contact info.
So we've got a bunch of avenues to explore.
Yeah, well, I'm excited. This is fun.
I feel like the hardest part is done from my perspective.
Oh, I thought the history was.
Well, that was done already. So yes, all of the really hard parts, all the content,
Well,
the
now
research.
now comes the learning part.
Okay, we just threw out several names and avenues for contacting, but do we want to divvy up who's going to reach out to whom?
Sure, I'll reach out to Jonathan because I know I he would recognize my name anyway. We
Okay.
have um,
It sounded like Ashley, you may know somebody at GCC's theater program.
I don't know if I know people in the art program there, which I assume must be a short route to the theater program. Um, so I will ask the folks I know that are over there, um, if there is a theater like director or like drama person that I could connect with. So I will do that.
Okay, so I don't know Jim Olson, but I can reach out to him, and I know Paul.
yeah, I think Paul is a good way to get there. Um, I gather he's very nice. Um, so yeah,
Okay.
Allison May. Historic Deerfield has done a couple of these kinds of tours. She may have some thoughts too.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, who might have thoughts on Historic Deerfield?
Alice and Bell,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
does all their graphics work.
Ah,
She designs. I mean,
I didn't, okay, I missed that.
yeah, so, and she works fairly closely with the education department. Well, she works closely with everybody because she works on their publications. So she may have some thoughts about who arranges that for them.
Now we have, I don't want to say too many options, but I don't feel like we should contact everyone at once. Because if someone says, if multiple people say yes, what do we do then?
What do we think our best
I think
avenue is?
Jim Olson is the best. Jim Olson is the best one for a place to tape and sound quality stuff, I would think. Um, and I would, if there is somebody at GCC, then I would think they would be the best one for a reader. But I think it's fair to ask both Jonathan and GCC if they can recommend somebody, because we don't necessarily want to take the first, you know,
Okay,
this is one situation where having multiple names might be helpful,
okay.
or multiple approaches.
What is the gentleman's name at um GCTV again?
It's Jonathan. I can never remember his
Jonathan Boshin,
something
maybe
like
something
that.
like that. I will say that back when we were doing Whately 250 stuff, they made some he made some videos and he wrote and narrated it himself and it was excellent.
Oh, that's interesting.
So honestly I wonder if he could potentially be
Well,
like an odd like the voice. I don't know if he'd be open to doing that. We have funds or we could actually pay someone to do it, but
he loves history and Whately history. I mean, he has taped all the lectures, and
yeah, I remember being impressed. This was years ago, but I remember like being surprised that like, oh, he like wrote and narrated that I can't remember. I think it might have been a video about the cake
Yeah,
unveiling and the ice cream social, maybe. Or
yeah,
maybe it was the parade.
there was a summary video that he did too, which reminds me
Yeah.
at the end of this call, Ashley, something came up on, believe it or not, the 250th today, and I wanted to mention it. Oh, let me do it real quick now. Amy LaValle posted on the Whately 250 Facebook page about the reading of the Declaration of Independence. And a couple of people liked it. So people are still following the page, but should that page still be active?
I mean, I never, that's a good question.
Just putting it only came up today that I got a notification about it.
I need to even see if I still have access because I
We
don't
don't have to
know.
solve that now. And if she
We don't
wants
have
to
to solve
post
that
there
now,
and
but I
people
will look.
like it, that's fine. But
Oh
yeah,
no, I do still have access. Huh.
I guess there's no harm in keeping it there because it does have the video that FCAT did. If
It
anybody
does,
wants to go
and
back,
yeah, and there's a lot of posts. I think just the having it for the record, I think is fine. I don't think there's necessarily any harm
okay. Yep.
in it.
I'm fine with that. I just, because it came up today, I wanted to run that by you.
it's good to know. Does the historical commission have a historical society? Have links to those videos? Well,
I
thing
don't
for me to
remember.
follow up.
I'm like, I don't, no, sorry.
That's
I,
fine. We
I,
both of us understand.
yeah. Like, I don't know if, I mean, we were working on kind of like a, I don't even know what you would call it, an archive sort of thing of all of that stuff. But I don't know where that went. That was, God, that so many years ago
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they were going to do something with the photographs. I don't know if that ever happened,
I
names,
I
people.
just remember I put a bunch of things together and handed them somewhere.
Yeah, me too. Yes,
Yeah.
I
no idea.
remember other details other than that.
If I see Neil, I'll ask him.
One thing that happened is that, no, I can't think of her name now. Maida was the webmaster, and when she had her cancer, her brain cancer, things really fell apart, and they've had trouble recreating a lot of stuff. So things that they wanted to know what's missing, and I really haven't gone back and looked, and I would never have thought of that anyway. So, um, but well, I think we've accomplished quite a bit here.
Absolutely. Okay,
I'm sorry Mary never showed up. Maybe I think we probably need a contact list.
okay. Our next meeting is scheduled for August 17th. How does that look for people?
Okay, now
Great. That works for me.
works for me.
Good. I will send the minutes around, which will have what I think, and let me know if you disagree, what I think each of us is following up on.
Okay.
But let me know if I committed you for something that you didn't think you were committed for.
I'll get you Jonathan's last name.
I grabbed that from Google.
Okay, remind me.
Boschen.
Boschen, yes.
Boschen.
Yes. The SCHEN, I can actually, it's the first syllable I always have problems with for some reason. But you guys don't get the recorder. He's an old movie expert, and he's been hosting old movie events at the Garden Cinema.
I've seen he has an ad for them that
Ah,
like plays before the movies. It's really cute.
Ah, I should look into that. Sounds like fun.
well, they're not, I don't know of any that are scheduled currently, but they do a lot of interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Completely off topic, but talking about movies, if either of you have the opportunity, I very strongly recommend Tuna.
I already saw it and it was wonderful.
Wasn't it amazing?
I saw it, yeah, we saw it last weekend.
Yeah.
Good. Have to look for
Anyway,
it.
anything else?
Oh,
No,
yeah. Um, well, you probably know from Amy's posting, but there's going to be a reading of, well, because Fred's involved.
Yeah.
Reading of,
Although he didn't tell me about it, I learned about it from Amy's townwide call.
that's interesting. We didn't get that.
It was a few days ago. I don't remember what day.
Or we got it and Bill didn't.
So anyway, yeah, and I can't be there. I'm gonna be up in North Adams that day with some friends.
Well, she asked if the church could ring the bells to start it, so that will happen.
That is
That's
so
exciting.
cool.
And I think the Whately Civic Association is planning a sing-along as part of it too. So,
Nice. Yeah, I wish I could be there, but I already have plans and people coming in for going up to North Adams.
okay, well, have a good month and thank you
Stay
again, Ashley.
cool.
Thank you, Susan, for doing the minutes.
Sure.
And
I'll send them around. I'll
I,
probably send them around right now.
Sounds
Good.
good. And
Stay
Judy,
cool.
don't forget to send me the RFP for the center school, RFP information for the center school.
yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Take care.